Hey everybody, and welcome to the Photogs channel. And I want to talk about the Lumix L10. And it took me a while to get one. As soon as they came available to the public, I placed my order and reserved it, and wanted to wait to get mine. And I got it 2 days before I left on vacation, I was kind of hoping to use it for that. So I was really thankful it came. So I'm really happy that Panasonic and Lumix ship the camera on, prior to being on time, because they said, oh, it's not going to be there for a while, and it just shows up on my doorstep, which was incredible. But coming from owning my own camera store and my family owning the camera store for so many years, I got to hold a lot of compact high-end cameras. I owned a Contax G1, I owned a Contax G2, I've definitely had and used, and my dad still has the original Contax T and T2 cameras. And there was something special about those Contax cameras. And even at the time, they were all metal, really incredible builds, and just amazing cameras. And unfortunately, the way cameras have gone, I've never seen a camera built like those since. Unless you want to do a couple of things. Either you want to drop some serious money for a Leica. There's no question. The Leica digital cameras were amazing. For a brief period of time, I also owned one of the Leica Digilux 2, which was an amazing camera when I had it. But there were some things I didn't like about it, so I eventually ended up selling that camera. But this is special. The Lumix L10, bring it up here. And I did order the titanium version. I just love the look of it. But this camera is so different than everything else on the market that I've touched and held and used, including some of the Fujis. There's something special about it. It feels great in the hand, and I went and bought the little grip and the thumb rest and from Small Rig to add to this, because I do like a little grippier camera. I like a bigger grip on it. And the one that Lumix built into the camera is wonderful, and it's totally fine for most people. I think most people will like the little extra grip on there because it's minimal, but it's there. And I don't know. This is an amazing camera. I love the feel of it. I love the way it feels in the hands. Where the buttons and dials are placed are just very thoughtful, very easy to touch, use. I couldn't be more impressed. And I haven't loved a camera this much since I had my Contax. And my favorite one of all time was actually the original Contax G1. I love the G1. The G2 is wonderful. I never owned a G2. I used a G2, being a Contax dealer. I got to handle them and touch them and sell them. But I always liked the G1 better. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was just in my head. That's the last camera that I truly loved. I loved the way it worked. I loved the way it felt. And Lumix has done it. This is a camera I love. The design to me is flawless for me. I know a lot of people have said they don't like the way this is designed, but the texture on the back of the screen, so when you flip it backwards you don't see it. I like the button presses. The thumb wheel, to me, I haven't had too many problems bumping it. The only thing that I've come into that I've had to kind of get a workaround is I'm left eye dominant. So when I hold the camera up to my left eye using the viewfinder, my nose touches the view screen, and when it does that, a lot of times it focuses where I don't want it to focus. So that's something I've had to get used to. But to me, that's an easy fix. I just flip the screen around, and I don't use the touch screen. I just keep it back that way because I prefer an EVF anyway. To me, when I am photographing, being able to bring it up to your eye and focus mentally on being here. You're looking through the viewfinder. You're only looking through that. You're not seeing this other stuff. You're not holding out here with all this other stuff going on around you. You bring it up to your face. and you hold it and you adjust it the way you want and you take a picture. That's how you photograph, but that's just me. I've always preferred, you know, a viewfinder on any camera. And that's one of the reasons why the S9 was an absolute no for me. It didn't have a viewfinder. It's got to have that, because when you're in bright lights or you're out hiking or out in bright environments, it's just, having the screen on the back is just, number one, to me, not as gratifying, because this is how you take pictures, not this. So, but that's just a me thing. And I don't know, maybe you agree with that. I'm not sure. I don't know how you photograph, but that was really something for me. So I'm going to be spending a week here with my family in the San Juan Islands. We rented this wonderful house on Lopez Island, and it's been absolutely amazing. We went to the farmer's market this morning, took some pictures there, and I brought my Lumix G9 II along with me. I haven't even brought it out of my bag yet. I've just been using this. And you know what? That may end up how this trip happens, is maybe I didn't bring, you know, I brought the G9 II for no reason whatsoever, because I'm having so much fun shooting with this camera. And I don't know, isn't that what this is about? Taking pictures, yes, but also enjoying the process of taking pictures. And that's where this really comes in. So to the designer at Lumix, the head designer at Lumix, who built this camera, my hat is off to you. If I were to design a camera myself, this is exactly what I would have created. I couldn't be happier. And I'm so surprised by this, because I kind of thought, I'll buy this camera, I'll do a review on it, I'll use it a little bit, I'll probably end up selling it used, because the titanium edition, it's kind of hard to get a hold of. Maybe someone would want to buy it, you know, if I didn't care for it. Oh no, I'm hanging on to this camera. This is something special. So just wanted to go through that. I'm going to do some other little video clips, and I'll put in some pictures and show you what I've done with this over this vacation. And in fact, last weekend, we went on another little day trip where myself and the family drove to Point Reyes. So I spent the day in Point Reyes, and I got some great photos there at Point Reyes and Point Reyes Station in California. But anyway, today we'll just kind of see how it goes. So sorry about the ramble, but you know, that's, you know, if you've subscribed to this channel, you know, rambling is kind of my shtick. I always do. So anyway, hope you enjoy this, and have a great afternoon. Thanks, guys, and thanks for watching the Photogs channel.